A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video, but more on that later.
Good morning and welcome back to our shipping container build series. It's another day in paradise. It's like 38 degrees and raining, but the great news is that yesterday I got our door fully sealed, which actually ended up taking the entire day. I don't really know how, but I used the tape method, which is a huge step up from back in the day when we tried to seal the windows on our van. I wish I had known about using tape to get the lines to look really nice and clean. And it was so cold I had to heat up the cartridges in the car before using them. And my hands are so sore from just trying to squeeze out the sealant because it was like freezing as I was working, but looks like it's gonna work, and it's kind of awesome because it's gonna rain today, so it can cure and I can check it all to make sure that it's actually working. But the project for today is to install the floor. I have an idea of how I want to do it in my mind, but I'm kind of just gonna tinker as I go. I'm only using 2x4s, which I feel like is kind of unusual, but the floor doesn't actually have to be that strong. And I was able to get an entire pallet of 2x4s delivered up here, which just makes my life so much easier. And they're actually pretty cheap to work with.
Good girl. Free. Yeah. We're at the good place. We're at the good place. Yeah.
All right, it's another gray, rainy day in beautiful upstate New York, but it's actually gonna be a really fun one today. I am installing the floor insulation, and if all goes according to plan, Dana is gonna come help for a bit, and I'm gonna take Max for a walk, so she finally gets to be a part of the build. He's 6 months old, we're finally finding our feet. I feel like good things are happening. I just have to get the reinforcements for the floor in. under where we're gonna put the wood burning stove, because that's like 200 pounds. So I feel like a couple extra reinforcements there will work really, really well. And then hopefully I'll have Dana start cutting insulation and putting that in. All right, the floor is done. We got supports in the center and then supports in that back right corner where the wood burning stove is gonna go. And then the thermal bridging is along the sides of the container, but there's actually gonna be insulation there. So it's really just these little points of contact where the floor could get a little cold. But I think we're gonna have enough insulation that shouldn't be too bad at all. I'm willing to guess this is probably more insulation than almost any other shipping container build. So one of my goals for this project is to build us a living situation out of non-toxic, non-poisonous materials, which in the US is actually quite a challenge. So this is called hemp wool. It's made out of hemp plants that are grown in the US, and I think it's fully manufactured in the US. It's naturally mold resistant and fire resistant. I think it's 7 inches thick is what I'm using for the bedroom shipping container. And then we're gonna cover it with these plywood boards. I think these are white oak, and these are just from Home Depot, but it's a special kind of plywood that has a soy-based glue instead of formaldehyde. I don't know how well they'll hold up. They're not that durable, so we may end up having to cover them in the future with like proper floorboards. This is one of the vents we're gonna put into the bedroom container. I think it's called an ERV system. It recovers heat, which is cool, or cold air in the summer. And the idea is hopefully to have some sort of living situation that doesn't generate too much condensation or mold. These are definitely gonna help a lot, I think, just being so thick. We shouldn't have such dramatic fluctuations in temperature. And really the whole idea with insulating the bedroom container with very, very thick insulation is to try and limit how cold it gets after the wood burning stove goes out. So we'll make a fire, and then at some point that fire is gonna die in the night. I don't really wanna refill the wood burning stove every single night. So basically we'll have a span of hours with no heat source, but I'm hoping that 7 inches of insulation is enough to get us to like 6:30 a.m. comfortably. And then obviously we can feed the fire again. But yeah, it's all new. We'll see how things go. That's the idea for now, but our plans constantly changed, and I'm gonna keep tinkering with the systems.
Oh yeah, Mama's taking over the build. So, Lou already got the project started, but I'm back. He's gonna hang with Max, and I'm gonna have fun. So, what we have to do is, first, obviously, check in with the boss. Freya, what do you think? What do we do now? It's raining out, and we're here, and going to be putting in the insulation as much as I can in the next probably like hour and a half. Oh, Freya, hey! She missed me. And yeah, it's really exciting. I haven't done any construction on either the wall tent or the shipping container, minus peeling one half of a log. So this is a big moment for me and for the boys. They're right here. Okay. Yay.
kind of fun, isn't it?
Really fun.
Look at that, Max. Your mom is insulating our container. This is with hemp bolt insulation, just like in our van. Yeah. Wanna go hang with Augie? Oh. Wasn't that exciting, Max?
Hey. Well, that was really fun. I laid probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I put in 7 of these big insulation pieces, and it was really fun. But Max is tired and hungry, and I think I'm gonna take him back to my parents' house, take a little nap, make some lunch, come back, and by then I bet Lou will have this fully inflated. But wow, honestly, feels really good to be back on the build. I haven't done anything like this in a really long time. Like, I can't remember the last time I did something like construction related. And, well, this wasn't a very complicated project, just cutting up insulation. Really brought me back to the van build and cutting out the insulation to do that project. And yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to this container being set up. Basically, our plan right now, if we can figure it out, is to get this one insulated. I don't know if Lou already told you the plan, so if he already told you, I'm sorry, but we're gonna try to get this one insulated, the walls in, the windows in, and the wood burning stove in the next couple of weeks. And then if that's possible, then Max and I can like actually hang up here while he does the other containers. And so it's like this becomes a space that we can spend our days in. He can nap here, I can hang here. We can all be together again because it's just such a good feeling to be up here during the day. And obviously the goal is to be up here full time. And I think the shipping container is gonna be the perfect place for that. And putting in the floor really feels good. Freya seems to be very keen. Freya, what do you think? I think she's gonna really like it here. Okay, I'll be back in probably like 3 hours. We'll see what Lou can get done while we're gone.
So it started proper raining, which means we had to close the back doors because the insulation over there would start getting wet. But we got this little light over here, and luckily the door is already installed, so we can just use that to finish things up in here. It's actually super cozy, and it's kind of fun to see what the container would be like using just the normal door, because for construction I've been using these giant doors the whole time. We have a couple of rows left to do, and then we just have to fill in all the little gaps, which honestly shouldn't take that long. Then I'm gonna mark where the 2x4s are along the wall, cut the plywood to size, and then just lay it on top and screw it down. All right, that is that. The hemp wool insulation is officially installed. It was super easy to work with, and Freya seems to really like it, which in my opinion is a great sign because she's a very good judge of character, and she kind of hates unnatural things. Like, she's very confused by boxes and plastic, and yeah, it turned out really well, I have to say. Now all we have to do, Freya darling, is get the plywood, cut it to size, carry it over here in the rain, and then we can put the floor in. I can't really wait for a sunny day to do that because the weather around here right now is not great and pretty unpredictable. So we shall continue.
Wow.
Check it out.
We bring you lunch.
Yay.
Wow, look at this. Good job.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Good.
Wow, putting all those little pieces in must have been kind of annoying.
That part was easy.
Yeah?
It rained a lot, so I had to close everything down.
Yeah, I saw that. I was kind of like hoping that by the time he woke up, everything would be done.
Yeah.
The rain is kind of perfect. Can we come in, or is it too annoying to have mud?
How much mud are we talking?
Not much.
No, you can come in. Just don't step on the
Squishies.
squishy parts. I had to like fluff it all because Freya,
Oh, yeah.
like, hi buddy.
Here you go.
Yay. Thank you.
Yeah. Hope it's not leaking. Is it leaking?
Potato leek soup.
No leaks. Potato, kale, onion.
Soup. And you can come sit down.
Got it.
Got it?
Uh-huh.
Strong mama bear.
This is heavy.
Alright.
Heavier than it looks.
Yeah. All done.
Pancake time.
Why don't I carry a little bit more?
That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
There it goes. Let's see. Wow. Boom! Oh, welcome home, pretty girl. Welcome home.
Yeah.
How nice is that to be standing on our floors? Feels so surreal. Oh my gosh. And it's honestly feels really nice that I was actually able to like be a part of it and put in some insulation. I was gonna try to screw in some of the boards, but Max just needs his mama, so I'm gonna go home with him back to my parents' house. But it's just such a good feeling, honestly, being up here and even having Lou hang with Max too, like during the day. It's nice to like share the responsibilities a bit, and yeah, it just feels like the beginning of something new. Like Max is almost 7 months old, and I've been, in the baby bubble in the best way possible. I honestly love being a mom so much, and I have so much to chat about that. Like so much to say about motherhood and all of that. And we actually have been making some big plans to change things up, but that's for another video. Because yeah, we just really want like our family unit to function inside our life. And yeah, we have to always, make some changes, but this has really been a special day. Honestly, being up here and getting the installation in with Lou and carrying boards and just juggling it all, it feels really nice to be a part of the build and, be part of the energy that's going into our home. I think that was one of the things that was so nice with our van build, was that we put in all those walls and built everything ourselves. And I remember falling asleep in the van and just like the peace of having been a part of the build and been a part of building that, like that walls that you sleep in. I'm really like wanted to do that with the shipping container too, because there's something so special when you're actually like the ones laying the floor, laying the walls. And yeah, it feels really good to be a part of it. And it feels really good to have Max up here and have him witness the build and be a part of like the whole thing coming together. Nothing beats being up here, really. It's just so special. And I don't know, seeing Lou and Max together during the day like just melts my heart. So I hope you enjoyed having me back on the build. I'd like to keep it this way, and I'll keep contributing food, but hopefully I can also keep contributing my, my guns, because I've gotten pretty strong carrying this baby around. So are you gonna stay late tonight? Amazing. I think I'm gonna head out. I have some soup waiting for me back at the other house. And yeah, it's been really fun. Hope you enjoy Lou putting together the rest of it.
A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. Recently, I looked at our website and realized that all our photos were still from our days in Hawaii. Luckily, using Squarespace, it's so easy to drag and drop new photos, edit text, and update links. This way, your website always reflects where you are in your life and in your business. If you'd like to test out some beautiful templates, head to squarespace.com/wildlyroam for a free trial and 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next week with more shipping container progress.